Everybody. So it's come to my attention that apparently some YouTube channels in the tech enthusiast niche are experiencing issues with videos being taken down having to do with bypassing the Windows 11 system requirements or getting around the Microsoft account requirement in Windows 11. I was browsing Facebook today and I come across a post from one of the big tech websites, and it referenced a link to a Reddit post which had 2 YouTube videos from YouTube user Cyber CPU Tech, which is a relatively larger YouTube channel in the tech enthusiast community. And I watched through those videos, and what's insane is they took down these videos, again, having to do with either bypassing the Microsoft account requirement in Windows 11 or bypassing what I call the Microsoft EliteClass system requirements to run Windows 11, more or less bypassing the system requirements and force install Windows 11. And they claim it's due to harmful or dangerous content. Like, okay, what is harmful or dangerous about bypassing the Windows 11 system requirements? You know what's more harmful or dangerous? It's the fact that a lot of computers are going to be needlessly thrown away into e-waste because they don't meet the Microsoft EliteClass system requirements for Windows 11. That's more harmful or dangerous than bypassing the system requirements and force installing Windows 11, because let's face it, the real system requirements for Windows 11 25H2, for example, are the Windows Server 2025 system requirements. That's the actual hard requirements for Windows 11 25H2. And the worst that could happen if you bypass those requirements and force install on your computer, the worst that could happen is perhaps your computer might not start up. You may run into an issue where you have a bad driver or things like that, but for the most part, you're not going to have any issues. Definitely not going to have anything harmful or dangerous happen to your computer or you. So yeah, that's a load of crap. And also, bypassing the Microsoft account requirement. Nothing harmful or dangerous about that either. So what's the deal? So the thing is, I had looked this up several times today, and what I could find on the internet all pointed back to Cyber CPU Tech, his videos about this issue. He claims it's happened to him, and he claims it's happened to a few other big tech YouTube channels out there. Now, from my experience, knock on wood, has not happened to me yet. Of course, I have a lot of videos on this channel about bypassing the system requirements for Windows 11 and force installing the OS, along with bypassing the requirement for a Microsoft account, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. I'll have to cover that in a different video. And also videos on getting around Windows 11 S mode. And also, I did a search on YouTube today and come across a lot of brand new uploads on both of these topics of bypassing the Windows 11 requirements or getting around the Microsoft account requirement. So I don't think it's an automated takedown that's doing this. I think there's something else going on. So it is partially automated, yes. So here's what I think is going on. There's 2 things. Number 1, YouTube's over-reliance on automated technologies for its moderation. So back around the time of COVID-19, YouTube began to rely a lot more on artificial intelligence or AI technologies to moderate the system. Basically, the system that has to do with handling community guidelines violations. More or less, someone reports a video for supposedly violating the community guidelines. Previously, back in the good old days of YouTube, pre-2020, when you would flag a video, generally a human would see that report, and then the human would review the video to determine if a violation had occurred. And if there was a violation, then the video would be taken down and the content creator will be issued a community guidelines warning strike. But now what happens is someone reports a video for supposedly violating the community guidelines, and AI reviews the report, and AI makes the decision. Now, of course, we all know how wonderful AI works. Yeah. AI makes the decision, and in many cases, AI falsely determines that the video is violating the community guidelines and takes the video down. That would be the only sort of logical reasoning behind why I would think a video on bypassing the Windows 11 system requirements, or a video getting around the Microsoft account requirement, would be flagged, or would be taken down on the basis of harmful or dangerous content. Yeah, that's utter crap. So that brings us to number 2. The second reason, first we have the automated system, the AI. The second thing is you have users who are basically up to no good. They're out there just, let's say they have a beef with Cyber CPU Tech. Which, I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He has a nice channel. But let's say someone has some beef with him, and they report his video on bypassing the Windows 11 requirements as harmful or dangerous. YouTube's stubborn AI, again, artificial intelligence, not real intelligence, that's why it's not very intelligent, thinks that, oh, this video is definitely in violation and let's take it down. And this comes back to the first issue of the whole automated thing. Not only is this AI in charge of handling reports, apparently it's also in charge of handling appeals. So let's say someone reports a video for violating the community guidelines. YouTube's AI says, oh, it definitely violates this harmful or dangerous practices policy, takes the video down, and then the content creator, which, as they should, appeals the takedown on the basis that it is not harmful or dangerous. And the AI, again, artificial intelligence, not real intelligence, so not very intelligent, reviews the appeal, and AI lacks the reasoning that a human mind has, and just assumes that it's right and denies the appeal. So creators, basically, the stuff's getting taken down, and then the creator appeals the takedown back to the same stubborn AI that initiated the original takedown based off the fraudulent or false report, and then it denies the appeal because it thinks it's right. So yeah, this is what you get when you have artificial intelligence running stuff. I've never really been a fan of AI, and I'm definitely not a fan of it now. Now, knock on wood, I have not experienced any issues yet on this channel. Now, this channel is not a very big channel, but it's kind of in the middle. A lot of my videos on this topic do have thousands of views, and because it's a common thing that people search for. Matter of fact, I posted some very recent tutorials on bypassing system requirements in multiple ways, either using Rufus or using the command hack, which is the very easy one to use if you want to force upgrade a system from Windows 10 to Windows 11. Posted on them videos very recently. Haven't had any problems. So I don't know if perhaps Cyber CPU Tech is being targeted, which I hope he's not. I mean, I wish him well. Hopefully he's able to get this resolved. Now, one thing I should note is if you're experiencing this issue, and this is something that Cyber CPU Tech should look into as well if he hasn't done so already, is go on Twitter/X and tweet a new post or make a new post and tag Team YouTube, which is @TeamYouTube. That's one way to get YouTube-related issues in front of a set of human eyes at YouTube. It's probably the best way to handle this kind of situation. So, yeah, Now, in case people were wondering, okay, is Microsoft behind this? It's kind of hard to say. Microsoft, probably, to be honest, they probably don't really care if you bypass the system requirements for Windows 11. They're just not going to support your system if you do. Because let's face it, they want more people on Windows 11. They want people to use Windows 11. But I think, in my personal opinion, the Windows 11 system requirements, if it weren't for OEMs trying to push up new PC sales, we probably wouldn't have the Windows 11 system requirements. They would probably be just the same as Windows Server 2025. Again, if I mentioned already, the real hard requirements, the real minimum system requirements for Windows 11 25H2 are the requirements for Windows Server 2025. Yeah, you look at those, and I covered this in a prior video. You look at those, and they're much, much more realistic of what you actually need to run Windows 11. But anyways, yeah, that's something that's going on. Hopefully this will blow over pretty soon. Hopefully Cyber CPU Tech can have all his videos restored, the ones that were taken down. Hopefully he doesn't lose his channel or anything like that, because that'd be ridiculous, because YouTube creators, we all put a lot of work into this stuff, and it'd be a shame to lose our channel over something as stupid as this. So, anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.